what we're doing with Need for Speed this year is we're extending the Need for Speed franchise. So we have the Shift title that's coming out, which is more an authentic racing experience. And what we wanted to do with Nitro is something that is more arcadey and more suited to the Wii and the DS. So it's the first time we've built a Need for Speed from the ground up for the Wii and the DS. We kicked it off probably early last year. We had a small team. We spoke to a lot of gamers. They said they were really excited about this direction, but they also had a lot of fears. They had this fear that we'd do this kind of cut-down version of a next-gen game, and they feared that it wasn't going to be for them, it would be for the younger brothers or for the mothers. And what they want is a deep arcade experience, that has all the, that's a true gamer game rather than something that's a cut-down next-gen game. Looking at the arcade category, on one side you have, say, Mario Kart, on the other side you have games like Wipeout, Burnout, Pure, and we felt that was the right direction for us to go something more on the kind of badass scale of arcade racing. So the first thing we said is this has to be 60 frames a second. We have to have a lot of depth of control in there. We have to have a lot of finesse and really focus on those core mechanics. So we've actually been working on control systems for over a year now. We support every kind of controller that you would find, expect to find on the, Nintendo racing game, like the wheel, the nunchuck, the classic controller, the GameCube controller. But we also have some new controls. So we have single remote. With the single remote, you're just pressing the A button to accelerate. You're rotating the stick for turning, and then you're doing the drifting by pressing the B button as you're going into a turn. The thing about drifting in the game, it's a really important mechanic. So if you, the more you drift, the more you're going to send the back end out, which is going to reduce your speed. It's also, the closer you are to the racing line, the more nitro you're going to get. So there's a real strategy to learning the depth of this system, learning the depth of the maps, to maximize the amount of nitro you've got, keeping your speed up through the race. There's actually 5 cities in Need for Speed Nitro. The game starts, you're a kid in Rio, you're trying to earn your stripes in street racing in Rio. You have to earn better cars, you have to watch out for the cops. And then once you own Rio, then you get invited to go to other cities across the globe. To find a way to optimize the cars to keep this 60 frames a second, we stylized them, not gone too over the top. They're still very much badass as opposed to being kiddie, but things like the logos are bigger, the back wheels are bigger, some of the features are smaller. What this has done is been able to have a style where we can optimize it and keep that 60 frames a second while have something that looks really fresh and really new. I feel like this is the first real badass racing game on the Wii. I think a lot of Wii titles you have they're just these cut down, they're more light-hearted, and I think they've been shortchanging a lot of gamers, right? And I think we're putting gamers first. We're focusing on the core gameplay, multiplayer experience first. So Need for Speed Nitro is going to be shipping this fall. It's going to be, we're really excited. It's going to be the first real racing game, that really built for the ground up for gamers on the Nintendo platforms.